Hey guys, what's going on? It is Miller here, and this is the first lesson in the Connecting with Your Children challenge. So, the first thing I want to go through is to understand their point of view. Because too often, when we're going through a breakup, we're really focused on ourselves, and we can lose connection to our children purely because we're so focused on ourselves. So, let's go through that. At the moment, we're really frustrated. Things are shaky. We're stuck in our head. We're going, focused on the negative, and we're going down like rabbit holes of what if this, what if that. We're worried about our future, and maybe we're wanting things to be different. We're stuck in the past as well. Maybe you're wishing that you didn't fuck up in the way that you did. Maybe you're thinking like, if I'd only done this, then things would be different. Maybe you want to get back together with your ex. So we're very concerned with ourselves. We're very concerned with ourselves. And what this means, if we don't do anything about this, if nothing is done consciously to fix this, then in the future, our kids are going to feel disconnected from us. They're going to sense, as their emotional intelligence grows, they're going to sense that all dad cares about is the shit going on in his life. Our kids will feel distance from us, They'll feel like we're not concerned with their lives, with them as a person. And it'll always be that little bit uncomfortable, that little uncomfortable thing that lingers in their mind when they're a bit older. They won't look to us for support. They won't look to us for advice. And they won't look to us to being that role model that we want to be for them. So what we need right now is clarity. We want to be able to understand our children, and we want to know what the best thing to do is for them. We want to make sure that we're doing that moving forward and maintaining that connection with our children so that in 20, 30 years' time in the future, we are just as big a part of their life as we have been in the past. And we want the emotional communication between us to be free flowing. We don't want our kids to have thoughts in their heads like, oh, I don't think dad will be able to deal with this. Dad won't be able to deal with this, or he won't connect with what I'm saying. He won't understand. We don't want the breakup that we've had to negatively affect any part of our relationship with our kids. We don't want to have to be like, I don't know what the next step is. So we want that clarity to build that connection. So the solutions here is that we need to be empathetic. We need to be honest and critical about where you are right now. So we need to get out of our head, and into our kids' head. So when our kids are giving us negativity, or we feel like we're losing touch with them, often all we can think about is how we feel, how we're worried about, I'm going to lose my kid. I'm going to lose out on the future, and not necessarily the other way around. So you've got to understand that your kids are not as emotionally experienced as you. Instead of being very logical and being able to sometimes separate logic from emotion, being able to make rational decisions despite how you might be feeling, your kids can't really do that. They're going to be quite emotional. Kids speak from emotional places. So it's really important that we take a second to think about how they are feeling and how that's showing up in their communication with us. Because, if you think about it from their point of view, just to give you an example, they're going through their parents having a breakup, all right? So there's potentially stress at home at their mum's house if their mum's not dealing with it well. When they go to your house, you see them, if you're struggling, they see stress there. When they go to school, they might be going through situations where they have to explain their living situation. I know that's definitely something that's happened to my kids. So they're feeling maybe a bit of like they've got to hide something about their about their home life at school, So there's stress there. There's stress with their friends and stuff like that going to school. So it can be a very stressful time. If you think about the main areas of a child's life, school and their parents. And so if they're getting stress and like uneasy feelings from every area, then they're going to struggle. And they can either really close up or they'll lash out. So you've got to just first think about how they should be feeling, that's specific to your situation. And you need to take responsibility. Take responsibility to be the one who is the adult, to be the one who has that life experience and that ability to look at things and be like, okay, I can understand that my child is hurting right now. So I'm going to look past all the shit that I'm feeling and I'm going to feel about what is the best way forward for them. What is the best thing for them, Cut away how you're feeling at the moment and just really get into their head, get into their space. Because as the adult, that's what you need to do. And that's a good place to start. So you need to make a decision. All right, you need to really make a decision in your head to start looking outwardly. All right, get out of your head and into your heart. Get out there. Start thinking about them. That is the way forward. So the task for this lesson today is I want you to write in the Facebook group under this video, I want you to just write out quickly a little paragraph about how your children are probably feeling in this moment. All right, if you have broken up recently, how they've been feeling the last couple of weeks. If you haven't seen or spoken to your kids for a while, how do you think they would be feeling now, knowing that they haven't seen you? Or how they've been in the past where things was very new and raw. For example, have they felt unheard? Have they felt unsupported from you or your ex? Have they felt scared, lonely, worried, overwhelmed? Okay, start thinking about how they are feeling. If you can start understanding that, it's going to give you a lot of insight into how you approach certain situations and how you communicate with them moving forward. So guys, write the comments in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next vid.